one of the excuse me, one of the instructional tools that I learned through TikTok this year was Splash Learning. Splash Learning is free to me, it's free to parents, and it is free to students. I use Splash Learning to provide individualized instruction and practice for students, which fits under the Etsy Standard 2.5 designer. On this website, I can assign and track activities that students are working on based on the content area. So they have a section for math and a section for reading. I can assign, assess, and review for math, but I can only assign for reading. So right now, the program doesn't have an assessment for reading. This is what the teacher dashboard looks like when you sign in. When I assign, I hit new assignment, and it gives me the 5 different content groups for math under the Common Core standards. And then in each content group area, it further breaks down the standards and activities based on those standards. So it tells me the actual content standard, and then the activities that match that content standard. I can assign these entire 4 activities that are connected to this one area, or I can assign these specific activities to students. So, after students have completed their assignments, I can go to track assignments, and it gives me a layout for how students did. It tells me how many students completed the assignment, and then how well each individual student did in that assignment. So, not recently, at the beginning of this month, I assigned 2-step word problems, and most of the students are understanding the concept. Almost all of the students that were there at school that day performed in the green level, which tells me that that is a skill that they have mastered. Yellow means satisfactory, orange is can do better, red is need attention, and then gray is in progress, which means that they have not finished. Um, and so each of these, like, it'll tell me their accuracy, the time they spent answering the questions, when they completed the problems, and then it'll give me specific scenarios. So, like, 6 of the questions were addition scenarios that start with an unknown, and 6 of the questions were subtraction scenarios that start with an unknown. And it tells me how well the students performed in each of those categories and which students that I'm looking to pull for a small group on this specific area. What I love about this interface is that I can assign it students work, but also students can go on there and play the games that they choose. So if I go to the student experience, I have 2 groups here because I have a range of abilities in my class. And so I can choose the above level category that I set that for 3rd grade content standards. And then the BSE 2nd grade 2021, those are set for 2nd grade standards, which is the grade that I currently teach. So I will select, I think that I have, oh, no, I don't. Okay. Usually I have a example person in there that I use, but I will just use one of my parents that I accidentally enrolled when I used the Google Forms. And so this is what their Outlook looks like. Students can, this is from the teacher, and so this is where my assignments pop up for them to complete. They have 1, 2, 3, which is math, and ABC, which is English. So not only does the computer track what they're doing as far as the assignments that I provide. But then students can go in and choose to play whatever kind of games that they want. So if they know, like, I want to work on addition or subtraction, or I want to work on measuring, or I have interest in whatever, they can go and choose what they want to do. I can't remember if it is this one. There is also a way for students to play games with each other, like challenge each other in games. I don't explore the student feature a lot, so I don't know exactly where it is, but they have the ability to play all of these learning games that are games, but then do learning activities at the same time. And so students really like the interface, they like the colors, they like that the program reads to them and that they earn points towards what other things, other games and things that they can buy within the interface. Um, and so I like Slash Learning because the students like to play it, but also because it gives me real time feedback. And it gives the students real time feedback. So it tells them if they get the answer right, they get a coin. If they get the answer wrong, it tells them what the correct answer is. And that also seems to um, really help students in gauging, like, oh, I really do know this information, or I really do not know this information. And typically, when they don't get the answers right, they kind of groan about it or kind of get upset about it. And so it immediately, not only does the computer give me the results, but their reactions to completing certain assignments tells me how well or how not well they're doing, but also what their dispositions are towards that activity. So sometimes they'll say, oh man, I got this many wrong, but it's okay. I'm going to try better next time, which helps me know how I can push them social emotionally to help them meet their academic goals. And that's Splash Learning.